It's in the game.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at them as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And again, back to Komet. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
At the 39-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense. Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now it's Herbert.
He'll try to pick it up himself. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to Dillon on 1st down.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Tucker Kraft.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Eagles, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
And an Eagles 1st down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Tucker Kraft.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
Eagles nothing. Tyler Luke.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
DJ Moore on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 33.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
16 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
First down. Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They run again with Dillon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 13-yard line.
Back to throw here. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But
there he goes, Brandon Marshall. And oh, he coughed it up.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Brandon Marshall in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hawk 70.
They're going to look to throw.
And we'll get this complete downfield to Komet.
A good pickup there at 22.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings.
Mike Gesicki, 70 yards. And the Vikings have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there, and they'll go for 2.
Kappa. What is it?
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
The score, Vikings 41, Eagles nothing.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 20-yard
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Let's go now. Go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now here is another interception. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mike Gesicki, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Dillon now on first and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they got this game well in hand.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much...
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 71 yards.
And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and
Line of
10.
scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ram. Ready?
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
Extra point.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
To kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Eagles take over
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
31-yard line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Dillon now off the option.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
3rd down and 2.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run for him with Dillon.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hey, go lion. Set. Go.
Here's Herbert. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Lion.
Herbert.
Now this thrown deep for Kraft.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Vikings, 1st down.
Go.
1st and goal, Minnesota.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
at their own 20.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready, go!
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9.
Set! Back to 60, back to 60.
Now back to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
60.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Vikings' 43-yard line.
2nd and 11. And my goodness, another interception.
Room to maneuver at the 35.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So they go ahead and get more points there. Let me ask you, the game's out of reach. If you're on defense, though, are you really angry right now?
You're extremely angry because you let them get in that position first, and second, they went in and took advantage of you, so you're going to be very mad about that.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll set up to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That's good for an Eagles.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
2nd and 2.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Set, go!
Dillon now off the option.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw here.
That's complete right side to Komet. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a counter, you would have heard point.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. The extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And that last touchdown pass not only puts 6 points on the board, it also puts his name into the record books for the most touchdown passes in a single game.
It's complete, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this belongs to the Vikings. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Baylor tight. 59, 59. Ready.
They're going to pass here with Herbert.
And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.